What's up, Truth Hurts people? So here's the plot line. Here's the theory. Here's the twist. So the Old Testament is kind of the external version of reality and our relationship with the Creator, right? And then the New Testament is the internal. Like the Old Testament, it would be like the circumcision, and then in the New Testament, it would be like circumcision of the heart, right? So it's internal. So as above, so below, right? And Babylon, right? So Babylon back then, they were building the tower, and they weren't building it with stone and mortar, which is natural, right? The organic way. They were building it with brick and slime, right? So they were creating the bricks and creating the pitch, or like a tar, right? And so what they're doing now is they're doing Babylon, but inside of us, okay? So instead of trying to build the tower to God inside, they're going down into us to where God resides, to his signature on us, to his design, which we know now. I've said enough for you to know that, talking about DNA, right? And we know that the tetragrammaton, which is like the coolest word, it's the coolest word for Yahweh. We know that is in the DNA strand. We know that the cross is in our cells too, and but anyhow, so they're digging down now into us and to reach God that way, and to change it, right? Literally change it into to a satanic man, right? A beast system person, not a child of God, right? A person who is hardwired and connected into Hasatan, Lucifer, Samael, call it them whatever you want. Don't care. All right. So they're going up, and and Babel is confusion, and then to confuse the languages to stop that from going up. But again, now they're going down, and they're laying in the third strand. That changes it from Yahweh, from the numbers, and that's coming up. I have a clip on that, but it changes it to 666. So, short and sweet, Babylon within. Okay, peace. So not to be outdone, these bloodline freaks, of course, are going to show us exactly what they're doing. And I mean, at this point, you only need a little bit of knowledge to see the meaning behind the meaning, to see the signs and symbols that rule the world, and not the words or laws. But here's the queen freak, right? And she sets it off, and there's the third strand that's going to put into our DNA, not mine. Hell no, not mine. It's going to put into, all the poor people who, chose it, whether they had to or not. I'm sorry about it all. But it's going to add the 16, is it? And that's 666. And it's like the clay doesn't bind with the miry clay. It won't bind. They're going to try. And, they might succeed. I don't know. I doubt it. I honestly doubt it. Right before they do, the creator is going to pull the reset on them. But there's their tree. That's the old serpent. That's his tree of knowledge right there. And they're, instead of taking the bite out of the apple, which everyone does on a daily basis, they are going to force the tree of knowledge. They're going to force people to eat the fruit and become as a god and live forever. That's the theory. They think they're going to add us to the machines, right? Just like the clay and the steel or whatever. But not going to happen.
Your DNA is a right-handed double helix made up of these 4 things right here. And the helix is held together by sulfuric bonds that appear after every 10 pairs of nucleotides, every 5 pairs of nucleotides, every 6 pairs of nucleotides, and again, every 5 pairs of nucleotides. 10-5-6-5, 10-5-6-5, or in the Hebrew alphabet, Yod-He-Vav-He, the signature of your creator, the signature of an artist under his painting, if you will. Now, the magic potion, if you actually read the patents, it is adding a triple helix, and it is adding more of this, which comes from a meteorite or a fallen star. And this 10-5-6-5, Yod-He-Vav-He, the signature of your creator, quickly turns into 10-5-6-6-6-5. Do I have your attention yet?
So these sick freaks are so brash, They'll take the Planned Parenthood building and make it look like a Mayan pyramid where they did the human sacrifice. And over there in the EU, the Parliament building in Strasbourg, that is just the Tower of Babel, Babel, and their flag, right? And externally, they are trying to get us all under one language, and which is like the internet, and ones and zeros, if you will, and externally they're working for that aspect of the one world Babel, but internally they are working this other trip. That is the plot twist. That's the theory here. So, Myri clay mixes with steel, and it's not going to. They're going to try. And that DNA strand, that language, that I believe that is how we are written in the book of life, right? When this thing first started, I thought this could be how people are getting written out of the book of life, because you are written in the book of life before you're born. Okay, it's like you're almost guaranteed. I mean, you just have to look. Sorry, man. You just have to accept that there was this God man Jesus, and he got sacrificed. I mean, what's the big deal? What's it hurt? Why does it hurt? Doesn't hurt at all. Got nothing to lose, right? It is finished, right? That translates into the debt is paid. Watch my Chinese video. Watch, wake up one morning and open your eyes and look around. And you'll see that there's evil. And if there's evil, there's good. And they hate Jesus.
666. Murder, Jesus. 666. Murder, Jesus. 666.